In the book of Second Samuel, in chapter 7, David is having a conversation with a prophet, and this is where we get one of the prophecies of Jesus Christ. Starting at verse 12, it says, "And when your days are fulfilled and you rest with your fathers, I will set up your seed after you, who will come from your body, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commits iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the blows of the sons of men. But my mercy shall not depart from him, as I took it from Saul, whom I removed from before you." There is such thing as the rod of men. And I talked about this a little bit before in another one of the Saved by Grace videos. But it's important that you repeatedly see this idea of a God who punishes his children as opposed to a God who casts out his children. God does not cast out his children. God will punish his children. And as we continue and get closer to day 30 of the Saved by Grace, I'm going to actually start breaking down some of those verses that really trigger Christians into the idea of condemnation, really so that you can understand that God is talking punishment and not damnation. For there is no condemnation for those who are in Jesus Christ. If you are a child of God, he will punish you. And there is verses in the New Testament that align with the idea of the rod of men. But you must remember the promises that God gives us. You must remember who he is and who he says he is, because at the end of the day, when you're reading your Bible and you're getting across these verses that are hard to digest, you're going to start thinking God as one way. You're gonna forget the promises. Basically, you're gonna forget the promises, and you're going to fall into line of a God who is full of pride. But God has no pride. Like, he tells us not to have pride because he doesn't have any. And so we keep looking at God as this prideful person who is just so angry with us. But keep this in mind as well. I'm going to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 13. "If we are faithless, he remains faithful. He cannot deny himself." And so every time we look at God, remember who he is. God is love, and his love is eternal. And if you are a child of God, then you have been saved by grace and not by works, lest any man should boast. If this devotional has touched you, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and you shall be seeing me in the next one, where I'm going to start breaking down things from the New Testament that kind of give everyone the woo. All right.